Daybreak with Vivek Sanil and Muriel Desar.
You know everything about me.
Talk 100.3.
Daybreak चल रहा है and we've got two beautiful ladies in the studio. एक का नाम ही beautiful अग्रवाल है, मतलब
I mean, you can never go wrong with that name. No, even if she's angry, you'll still have to look at her and say,
oh,
"Hi,
you're
Masumi,
beautiful bundle."
You're so beautiful. So she's the CEO and founder of Beautiful Bundles, and her name is Masumi Agarwal. She's been actually very kind and also giving all our guests a little giveaways as remembrance for Women's Day. Also, we have the awesome Deepa Sachanandani now, who she comes with over 7 years of diverse experience in equity as well as credit research. Now, her key skill sets includes research on global equity markets, formulation of short-term and long-term trading strategies, preparation of customized investment portfolios, financial statement analysis, fundamental analysis, quantitative analysis, and the list is endless.
Kya baat
and
hai.
she's in our studios today. Welcome to the show, ladies, and happy Women's Day.
Thank you. Happy
Thank
Women's
you.
Day.
Happy Women's Day to all the wonderful women listening to this show. And it's my mom's birthday as well.
Oh,
Happy
happy
birthday,
birthday.
mummy ji. But yes, Deepa jo hai, she's the deputy head research at Century Financial, and also Masumi jo hai, she had a financial background, if I'm not wrong, or you still are a financial professional?
I had a financial background, so I've been a banker for a decade,
Kya
and
baat
I've
hai.
worked in India, Dubai, and Singapore. And then when I moved back to Dubai from Singapore is when I decided that let's use all the expertise that I gathered while working for, the leading private banks in the region, and let me start something of my own.
Right.
And that's when I launched Beautiful Bundles last year in January 2022. I just got the idea and I got the license, and since April we are up and out, and yes, we are growing. Beautiful Bundles is a one-stop shop. It's an e-commerce platform,
Right.
where we have more than 200 leading brands, licensed products. We cater to skincare, hair care, baby gear, feeding essentials, to luxury perfumes, fashionable clothing, and the list goes on.
Right. So how, when you use the term mompreneur,
Yes.
right, there comes a ton of responsibilities, because obviously somebody who's going onto your website knows that this is trusted by a mother.
Correct.
And she knows the products that are onto her
Yes.
website. So what was that journey from becoming an from financial to becoming a mompreneur, and how difficult was it at the start?
Honestly, the challenge was difficult because, the background was completely finance and a salaried person, So the shift from being a salaried person to starting your own business needed a lot of courage and a lot of support. That's why the mompreneur, because my children, I have two lovely kids, a 9-year-old daughter and a 3-year-old son. So their support, with my journey, and also a lot of learnings that I take with my role as being a mum, which kind of helped me to, get into this transition. Because if you see my website, we have a lot of products which pertain to women, which pertain to a mom, and which are for a lot of children. So when we are out there, and when we sit back and we think, okay, I want to order, some clothes for my children. So I'll go on a particular store and order. And then I'm thinking, oh shit, the diapers are finished. Now I'll go to another store and order.
Correct,
So
yeah.
that was a very big struggle as a mom. So that's what, gave me the idea that let me get everything under one roof. Let me make it a one-stop shop and, begin it from there. And when it comes to taking inspiration from my children, if you visit our website and if you see our social media page, we have two little mascots which are there with Beautiful Bundles. They are named Ni and Ra. The name is behind my children, Nishka
Right.
and Rajveer. So that's how the inspiration
story.
came, from them. So we have these two little mascots who keep coming in and who keep, advising, and who keep on telling that, okay, we as children or we as mom, what do we need? And, they assist my media campaigns, and they assist me to help give out that message, to my audience and my customers.
Right. Well, now we also have Deepa Sachanandani, and the field that you are in and the research that you do. A lot of them would say that this is a male-dominated industry, and finance is mostly a male-dominated industry, because when a man puts the figures onto the table, you invariably tend to take them a little more seriously than when a woman is trying to have a conversation with you with some serious numbers in, that she's trying to discuss with you. What were the kind of challenges you faced?
Yes. So, thankfully, when I got into this industry, actually, let me give you a background as to how and why I decided to get into the field of finance. So, before I do that, I have a small question for you all. It's like a deal, okay?
Right.
This would span over 31 days, for example. And what you need to do is, starting today, day 1, you just need to give me 50 fills.
Okay.
Day 2, we double it to 1 dirham. Day 3, we again double it to 2 dirhams. So on and so forth. Just for 31 days.
ऐसा कर करके बैंक खत्म.
Oh, so you know the trick. So
No,
exactly.
just kidding.
So,
Yeah.
So ab batao, in return, what do you want me to offer you today? I offer you
10,000 dirhams.
Oh.
Okay, that's
Give
too
me
much to ask.
10,000 dirhams?
Yeah. For a month.
Okay, what if, I'll just, today's Women's Day, I'll just be very generous and I'll give you 100,000 dirhams. Do
In
you
a
want to
month.
accept it?
Yes, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do the math.
Okay.
Okay, we
50,
start with 50 fills, 1 dirham, 2 dirham, 4 dirhams, 8. That's on day 5.
Oh, wow.
16, 32, 64, 128, 256 dirhams on day 10.
Okay.
We round it off to 250 for our convenience.
Okay. ये 10 दिन हो गए.
10 दिन, ठीक है? Now it's 500, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 16,000, 32,000, 64,000,
Wow.
128,000 and 256,000 on day 20. We are only on day 20.
Amazing.
500,000. Then you have 1 million, 2 million, 4 million, 8 million, 16 million, 32 million, 64 million, 128 million, 256 million, and 500 million on day 31.
Wow.
So, and you did a deal for
10,000.
100,000.
100,000 भी नहीं ना तो 10,000.
So,
that is the potential.
That's the benefit and power of compounding. And this question was asked to me by my dad when I was, a teenager.
Okay.
And that's when I realized the magic and power of, numbers and of compounding. And I decided to get into the field of finance. Of course, you don't get 100% returns anywhere. What you'll get is average S&P offers 10% returns in a year. The historical average has been that. But even if you just follow a basic $1,000 investment every month in S&P 500, if you do that for a period of 30 years, you will have like $2 million in your bank account if you continue to achieve 10%. So this is how, when I looked at the numbers, this is when I decided to get into the field of finance. Now, coming to your question, as regards to what were the challenges and difficulties that I faced. Thankfully, of course, back in the day, there were many issues because not many people, even in our organization, the female strength was just 20%. But today, we are more than 40%. And a lot of credit goes to my mentors, Devesh, Vijay, Mr. Nadeem, Mr. Bala. They never differentiated that gender bias was not there in the organization. They always trusted in our capabilities. Now, the problem in the industry is that you generally have this misconception that, women are too risk averse. They are too methodical, or they're too, systematic. And finance is a dynamic field, and, they cannot be doing, you cannot make those decisions quickly as men can, and men can take that that leap of faith and that risk and that pressure. But the key thing about women is that like she said, she's so good at multitasking. That's an inborn talent within females, I feel.
Right.
And not only that, the basics of finance is that you need to be very disciplined. Like one of the key key areas that are successful, and a key successful strategy in finance is a systematic investment planning. The name in itself is SIP, systematic investment planning, and women are known to be systematic. They're so cautious, and they're so careful with their investments that in fact they end up having less losses. And I'm not just quoting, like just saying these are actually true facts that women end up being better traders than men also. So I think for all those who think who are not into finance, should all females should definitely consider this field.
But talking about investments, how many women actually are there in the market that really know how to invest or know how to trade? There are not very many.
Yeah, I think that is one area. I mean, women, they take charge of everything, but when it comes to their finances, we women don't end up taking charge of our own finances. And for women, it's all the more important. So, according to the facts, women tend to live longer than men. And two, they retire earlier than men. So all the more reason why women need to invest and make sure they know where they are, they're investing their money, and they grow their finances. So it's important at least start getting involved in those decisions, and just you can just stick to the basics. For example, I mean, we understand beauty, we understand fashion. So just all of us, I think many of us would be using the brand Estee Lauder. You can, instead of just investing in the brand and buying their products, why not invest in the stock of the company? If you're using an iPhone, if you believe in Apple products, invest in Apple stock.
Right.
If you love coffee, you have Starbucks. Just basics. Just keep it simple and basic. And all you need to do is invest a fixed amount every month. And if you don't understand which company to buy, you have a benchmark standard S&P 500 index. Like, that is like the largest index in the United States, which is covering majority of the stocks in the United States. So just invest in that. I mean, and you always have consultants available out there that you can reach out to and take help and, decide what's best for you. So I feel, I mean, again, just to quote a number, because I am from this field, so basic, if my parents would have invested $1,000 for me when Apple was born, like in 1983, today I would have had $800,000 in my account. Just $1,000, and today it would be worth 800,000. I would have just retired today,
we talk about finance, we talk about money, we of course compound karke ye hota hai, but there are certain projects in life you take up because you're passionate about it.
Right.
Masupi has done that, and कि कितना important होता है कि चलो आपने काम किया, you get the regular income. But once you become an entrepreneur, you don't have that regular income.
Yes, that's the biggest challenge. And suddenly from inflow, you concentrate a lot on outflow.
Correct.
Because you have a lot of small to big activities that you cater to, your daily expenses. Suddenly, like as a salaried person, I know that every 2 months I had to go out to the Dubai Mall, get a branded bag or a watch. But now when I think of, okay, no, I want to keep this,
Ye bacha ke rakhte hain.
yes, exactly. So, I want to keep this money. I don't want to spend it on the brand. I don't want to do anything else, but I want to keep it for my business, for the growth. And that passion drives you towards it, So suddenly your thought process, your mentality towards a lot of other things also change. You become very conscious. And rightly, like she said, we as women, we are very systematic planners, So suddenly from as basic as a ghar chalana, what we say, right?
Correct.
The basic expense that we do, from there to running a company, all that comes in the picture. And suddenly, even to save that 2 dirhams, you don't think twice. You're like, okay,
Bacha lete.
I'm saving
We
this,
need it,
and I'm going to use that money. I'm going to channel it to produce more 100 dirhams out of that 2 dirhams.
Right.
You know, मासूमी और दीपा से एक चीज समझ में आ रहा है कि इतना पैशन है उनके इंडस्ट्री में that it's reflecting on what you're saying right now.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And if I'm going to open this question to both of you so y'all can take turns in answering. How important is it as a woman? Doesn't matter whether you're an entrepreneur, you're a stay-at-home mom, you're a homemaker, whatever is your area of interest, how important is financial security for yourself?
See, financial security is the most important aspect for anybody, whether it's a woman or a man, for a human being. I take it that way. And, right from childhood, we've been grown, with a mentality that, study, get a job, become independent, start taking, your expenses on your own.
Your responsibilities.
You are becoming big, you are a teenager now. So, we, that family upbringing is there, wherein we all are taught as children that, this is your pocket money. And you have to run the entire month in this. So, from that time to today, and the financial security is very important today because, with the digitization happening and with every, like she says, the financial markets going up, going down, you need to ensure where to invest, where to get, your security tomorrow. Okay. My business is going up, it's very nice, but there will be downs as well. There would be some months when you don't do good, right?
And life experience teaches you this, no?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so at that time, getting out from your savings and your security and having a good retirement plan is what I feel is very important for all of us.
But women who work, right, Deepa, have that kind of leverage to maybe secure a bit for themselves.
Right.
But homemakers who
Right.
don't have any means of earning, what do? How do they secure themselves?
Right. I'm sure like she said, women are known to save. We women have a household budget also, and be it my mom also, whatever her budget was, every month she managed to save out of that budget. So that's and once you save from that budget, like you said, those savings, rather than just keeping it in your locker or rather than just keeping in a bank account over here which doesn't pay you any interest, it's very important we divert that money. And if you feel equity markets are very risky and you don't want to get into that, you have even bond markets or United States Treasury securities which are very, very, very safe. In fact, उससे ज़्यादा दुनिया में और कुछ safe हो नहीं सकता है. So you invest your money, they're giving you 5% returns, and those are dollar-based investment returns. So why not invest in that? Like, that's the strongest currency, and your money is safe and secure. 5% returns, that's and inflation is so much. कोई चीज जो आपको if you were getting that for 100 dirhams
बड़ा पाव यार, I tell you यार, मैं 5 रुपए में खरीदता था, अबे मैं दिसंबर में क्या मैं 20 रुपया दे रहा हूँ. I couldn't imagine. वही आलू, वही तेल, वही आदमी, वही skill.
How will you beat that inflation?
And I don't really know why. For why? Same बड़ा पाव.
सेम नहीं है ना, ऑयल प्राइसेस बढ़ गई है, सब कुछ
उसके बढ़ गए, वो तो वही है, आलू तो वही जमीन से उग रहा है.
साइज छोटा हो गया है, it's not the same vada pav anymore, so you are ending up paying even more.
You're paying much more, so all the more reason for every woman to start saving. And like she said, financial security is not important for men and women, it's important for both, but it's more so important for women. Back in the days, I think one reason why women were not allowed to or didn't have the liberty to speak up or say what they're thinking or to speak their mind out was because they did not have that financial security. So if they have this financial security, that's when they'll be able to take the decisions that they want to without any fear that, what if I'm not being backed by someone else? So somewhere down the line, financial security really plays a very critical role.
As we speak, Pawan ने message किया है दीपा आपके लिए कि best discussion on finance, the way you're explaining. He's motivated now.
To save for his wife.
Yes, that has
For
to
the
be
whole
the
family.
motto, right?
सिर्फ एक का नहीं, नहीं देखते, whole family का देखते.
Exactly. It should be for the entire
So today Vivek is completely cornered, so he's taking up for the
And he's ideally sitting in the corner as well, in the literal sense.
Control मेरे पास है, bike बंद कर दो.
No, but actually, even when it comes to financial security, I think today women, we all talk about equity and equality with men. But there is, a fine line between the two terms as well. And, to get that independence and to become independent, we think a lot, we dream a lot, and we all have that capability, you see a homemaker. She has the negotiation power. She can multitask. She is a leader because she runs the house. She manages the children, the husband, the labor who comes and works. So we all have those qualities. The only thing I think that lacks, rightly said by her, is that we maybe don't apply it enough to become independent. We always do it for the others, like for my family, for my friends, for my parents. Even after marriage, I would still think of my parents.
Correct.
So when we start becoming independent and we apply what we know for our well-being and our growth, I think we would lead eventually to a safe, secured future for ourselves. And we know that we expect a lot, we depend a lot on our family to support us, that okay, I'm a homemaker, I'm gonna get the money to run the house. But the day we start changing our thinking and we start taking onus of the decisions in our life, I think we all can bring a change.
I think वो ignite होना बाकी है ना, वो passion जिस दिन होगा उस दिन then you.
But like
it's
she said,
driven by the
all women are so good at multitasking and they're so good at managing the household finances. Just it's the same thing. You just need to apply it in the real world, in the financial
naturally
world.
निकलेगा.
Yes.
And it's very natural. You just and women have this instinct or this intuitive power also. I mean, they're just naturally gifted. In fact, in our organization also, one of the best consultants is like a female. So and she's like not only one. There are like multiple females on the team who are doing phenomenal jobs. Sometimes I don't want to say this, but even outperforming the others. So it's just it's very natural to them. So
right. So taking risk is important.
yes, calculated risk.
Calculated
When you
risk.
take your risk, it has to be calculated risk. So
I have two women from the financial background, and that's why I had the word calculated risk.
So you know what it means. See, when you just invest in a lottery, I mean, when you know that there are millions applying for it, your probability of winning is hardly. But when you're investing in the market or in a particular index, you've seen like every year on an average 10% returns are there. So even if it goes down, like we all saw in 2020, markets fell like crazy. But they recovered also very quickly. And like she said, for a year like 2020, wherein there is no income, everything is on a standstill, and you need some emergency savings, something that you can use for at that point in time.
Yes.
And that is where your investments and saving really come in handy. So it's very important for all of us to, whoever is not doing this, please a basic simple SIP plan every month, whatever minimum you can invest, be it $500, $1,000. Just start with the basic investments every month, and
बस
trust
फिर
me,
देखो कैसे आपका पैसा जो है आप अमीर बन जाते हैं.
literally 40 years. Let me just give you a basic example. I gave you an example previously. For 30 years, if you invest $1,000 every month, at the end of 30 years, you will have, at 10% if it grows, you will have, I told you, $2 million.
Wow,
Just 10 years extra if you do this, that 2 million will go up to 6 million.
amazing.
Just that 10 years makes a difference of $4 million. So isn't it like amazing?
Amazing यार, ये तो मतलब
So,
क्या ख्याली पुलाव बन रहे मेरे दिमाग.
I mean, it's not khayali pulao. Trust me, this is all what you need to do. Just $1,000 every month, or I mean, whatever you want to do, $100, $500, jitna chahiye karo. But please
Let's
make
do
it a norm.
yeah. And for
Do
more
this.
information, please contact Deepa Sajanandani right now at Century Financial. But yeah, we're running out of time. Masumi, it was such a pleasure to speak to you, and thank you so much for beautiful bundles. कुछ कहना चाहेंगे for all the women listening to us?
Yes, I would want everyone to, actually go on their Insta page, type in beautiful bundles, go follow us, go on my website, beautifulbundles.co, explore it, enjoy shopping. That's what we women always love. It's Women's Day, and we should pamper ourselves and, go out there. And happy Women's Day once again to everyone.
Yeah.
Deepa,
What about
क्या
you?
कहना चाहेंगे?
Yes, like she said, pamper yourself like you're investing in Estee Lauder products. Invest in the stock as well. Pamper yourselves. And yes, wish you a very, very, very happy Women's Day. And yes, it's time we become independent and take charge of things. And please don't blindly invest in the markets. Always consult someone. Have a diversified approach, and just be powerful, and you women rock. Thank you.
क्या बात है, सुनते रहिए.
See you in the next hour.